So I watched the movie, and there's only one positive I have about this movie, and that is Brandon Routh. I think he's great in this movie. I think he plays a very charming, likable character that you root for. But he's really the only positive thing I had about this movie. Like overall, I did not like this movie. There's a lot of problems I have with this movie. So when it comes to the negatives for this movie for me is that I didn't like the other characters or care about them. The actress who plays the character Grace, who Brent Ross character thinks could be his daughter, I never got invested in that relationship in the movie or felt mostly attached to that relationship. Like she just came off annoying to me and just not very interesting. A lot of characters feel like generic teen characters in this. Like none of them really have any personalities to them. So I just never really cared for any of the characters in this movie except for Brandon Routh's character. The writing, I think, is not really all that great in this movie, especially when it comes to the dialogue. There's a lot of times with the dialogue in this movie where I was just like, this is bad dialogue. And there's a lot of moments with trying to have goofy humor, but the humor for me in this movie just felt so flat. Like, there's not one moment in this movie that I found funny. When it comes to the CGI for the egg, it looks okay in this movie. It's not the worst CGI I've seen, but it's not like great either. I thought it was like like how the ick looks. The CGI looks fine for it in this movie, but it's not like great looking either. And when it comes to the element of the story where the ick is like beginning of the movie, they showed it's annoying the ick, and then it keeps spreading. I do feel like that got ridiculous later on. Like there's a scene where the military comes in, and the whole town is they're just like the military is telling them like stay in your houses, and they're talking about prom, and they're like decided to have prom. Even though the military came in and told them like how dangerous is spreading this ick stuff. I feel like it got like I understand people want the brightest in the world sometimes, but I feel like the movie, I feel like at that point I'm just like this is getting kind of ridiculous now. Like at the beginning, I was like, I could buy it a little bit, and then like later on in the movie, I was just like, this is getting a little ridiculous. You telling me people are really gonna like still go to prom if the military saying this and seeing how the ick is spreading? It's felt like it got too ridiculous with that element of the concept as the movie went along. Another like big negative thing with this movie for me is that this is like one of the worst movies when it comes to song choices. When it like And what I mean by that is that I like a lot of the songs in this movie, but the problem I have with the song choices in this movie is that a lot of times in this movie they don't fit the scene in this movie for me personally. It felt like they just picked a big list of popular songs and they just put them all in this movie, but didn't actually think if this actually fits the scene, the moment when it comes between a scene between characters. Because a lot of songs in this movie just, to me, felt out of place. There's a lot of times this movie where this like old popular song will come on and I'll be like, I like the song, and some of them aren't like old songs, but like a lot of them are popular songs that you've heard of before. But I would be like, this feels so out of place in the scene. Like I like the music in this movie, but I also felt like it was like the director was just let's just throw songs in this movie, but let's not even try to place them in a scene that actually fits because none of the songs I felt like fit in the movie in any of the scenes. It felt like they just do a bunch of songs in this movie, but was just like, yeah, we're not gonna try to fit them with the scenes or feel like they actually fit with the moment or tone. So it's a lot of song choices when it came to the song choices fitting the scenes felt so out of place in this movie to me. So that was another part of this movie to me where I felt like the song choices when it came to them fitting the scenes in the movie just did not work at all. It felt out of place in this movie. So overall, I just think this is a bad movie. I think from a writing point, it's not very good. Like I said, I didn't care for any of the characters outside of Burt Ross' character. The humor felt completely flat in this movie for me. I felt like the idea of people knowing this stuff called the ick that's spreading over town felt like it got too ridiculous for me later on. It's like, okay, I'm not buying into this anymore. This feels extremely ridiculous. That people are just annoying this at this point. So that element of story I just felt like got too ridiculous for me later on. So overall, yeah, not a fan of it. I can't say I would recommend this movie. Like I can see some people having fun with it, but it's an extremely goofy movie that's overall didn't work for me, in my opinion. At least for me personally, when it comes to how I felt about the movie. So that's my thoughts on It until next time, movie fans.